Hi everyone. Of course, this is Kurako Lisete, also known as Mr. K, the Prophet of Ara Movement. And today I have someone very massive here today. Welcome to Ara Movement, bro.
Thank you so much.
You can put for us your details and so that our people will know who is this.
Thank you so much. My name is Bashir James Sebit Towo. Every time when I mention that name, it becomes controversial. But all in all, in summary, I am man of all seasons. I fit everywhere.
Fit everywhere.
Yes.
That's why you're here today.
So, Basho is actually the short form of Bashir, just to make it a bit enticing.
Popularly known as Bashir Baso.
Yes.
Of course, viewers of Ara Movement, today we have Bashir Baso on Ara Movement, and we are going to discuss a lot of things pertaining, of course, the Moru community.
Wow. So, very fantastic topic.
Very fantastic topic. So, tell us something. What do you know about the Moru community? How we basically know Moru communities in the Greater Moru, that is in the eastern part of Western Equatoria. So, how did they come to settle there?
Wow. If I start speaking about Moru itself, it's going to take us a long day.
Yeah.
But I just want to make it very short and brief. Moru are actually the Central Sudanic ethnic speaking group of people who are currently settled in most parts of Greater Mundri, specifically I would say Mundu East and some parts of Mundu West. You can't find them in Mvolo County, that's why they occupy mostly Mundu East and Mundu West. And when we talk about Central Sudanic group of people, actually we have some of tribes, for example, we have the Lobara, we have Avokaya, we have Lobo, we have Ma'i, and so on and so forth. So there are very many. And their history of movement is there's no documented record that can clearly state where they came from and where their movement patterns, the migration patterns, and so on. But from oral traditions, we have that aspect where people talk orally and it's not documented. From many other oral traditions are saying that the Moros are people who came from Nigeria, from West Africa, specifically Nigeria. And when you see, there's really some relations with some parts of Nigeria, for example, the Igbo people, you'll see that we share quite a lot of other things together with them, including names and the way of life. But also, some other oral tradition states that actually when they arrived, for example, our vice president, Wanega, said they are the first people to come and settle in Sudan.
I see this one as a truth, by the way.
From his version, Moros are the first people to come and settle in Sudan. And being the first, definitely, there were other groups who also came and tried to push them. And that's why you realize that because of the different push and pull factors around with the different other groups, for example, the Bari-speaking group of people, some Moros were pushed now to go and settle around Lozo, others went to settle around Keriba, others now went as far as to settle in with Maridi, but also because of those fights, those old day fights, some of this Moro group of people, the Central Sudanic, some had to travel and settle. For example, the Matis went and settled in Numule, others even crossed and settled in Uganda, in the current parts of Arua, some parts of Koboko, Moyo,
let me say, the Moru, the Lugbaras, the language are similar.
Yes,
they are with those of Mali.
Very similar. They are very similar. Most words are really common amongst all these Central Sudanic group of people.
So regarding Moru as a community, there may be clans, there may be groups, you understand?
Yes.
Or subgroups.
Yes.
So how many subgroups are there in the Moru community?
Moru community is comprised of 5 subgroups, and these subgroups include, we have the Murandri, we have Mureji, we have Kediro, we have the Miza, which actually constitutes the largest portion of the Moros.
I'm actually from that one.
We talked of Miza, we talked of Bolibo, and then these are the 5 subgroups. But of course, within those subgroups, and also we have the subclans within those groups. But those are the 5 main groups, and the largest of them is the Miza, which actually constitutes the most part of the Moro ethnic tribe.
And then on their settlements, basically we said the Moru people settled in Mundri East. I think the majority of them in Mundri East.
Yes.
And some parts of what? Mundri West.
Mundri West.
So are you familiar with maybe where these groups are settled? Like the Payams or the villages where they are settled?
Absolutely, of course. When we look at the different settlements of these Moru groups, we shall know that actually the Murej are basically from location called Karika. Those who are familiar with Karika, that's in Mundu West. difficult to say. We have the Bolibo, which are basically found in Jambo, that's in Witopaya. We have people like the Miza, the group of Miza, who are predominantly in Lui and some parts of Lozo and places like Singo and so on, Zero and all those places. We have the Murentri, which you will basically find them in Diko, Bangolo, and some of these places. But Moru, because of the different aspects, for example, intermarriages, we have also conflicts that arose. So Moru has been, I will say, it's not now pure because there is a situation, for example, this sub-clan of Moru called the Barba or the Bari. They are believed to be original from Bari. And because of some internal issues within the Bari, they decided to migrate and then settle in places like the Lozo, others settled in Wito, and then others even went far and settled around Kediba. And even this Bari group went even further to settle in Volo, by the way. There's a clan in Volo, in Lesi, called Bari. So all those are part of the Bari who went from Bari and then went to settle in the Murulan. But of course, how they got assimilated within the Moro is that, for example, I'll give you this story where one of them got married to a Moro, and because he got married to Moro, so when a Moro goes to visit their home, they say Mo Barbaya. And because of that, now they are called the Barbatla. Literally to mean that actually they are from Bari and it is the household of. So they are going to visit that household from then they become the Barba within the bigger.
Well, that is really insightful. And of course, how do what will you say in regards to, let me say, the relationship between the Moru and the surrounding community? How is their relationship like?
I think in context, Moro are very polite, loving, and kind people, group of people, and very God loving. And when you see their relationship with their neighbors has been a peaceful kind of relationship, these are people who will not try to go and provoke their neighbors. There are these people who love people, they love the neighbors more than even they love their own. So in general, we say their relationship have been peaceful and they have been living peaceful, coexisting with the different neighbors that they are closer to, and that is actually also translated even in their family. In the families, that love for people, that's what actually makes them. For example, there's many instances where they say Muros Munasa Ginyakam iya. And to bring that into context is that it's not that Munginya Kamiyar, but because of the love that Moru people have, they don't want to see one of their own suffering. Jana Tomon or Yazola related to them to be suffering. And when they notice that, they will go and bring that person back home
and look after the child.
They do it. But of course, even after doing that, if you are the man and you still need your child back, they don't stop it. But you just come out claiming. But that's their characteristics, and that's what you can easily identify a Moro family of. And so basically, their relationship with the neighbors, with people around us,
they relate very good.
Very, very good. And very, very good.
Thank you so much for coming to Arab Movement, and of course, it has been really an insightful discussion. It's something very big, because our next discussions will always involve you, because I can see you are really a master in that area.
Thank you so much for this movement. I think it's very powerful. It's a great movement. I appreciate you for always being keen on who to invite. And these are the kind of conversations that we need to start unlocking, because we need to start understanding where we come from and where we are heading to. Because if you don't know where you came from, you will definitely not know where you want to go. So until we understand the whole ecosystem of that, then we can be people who have a dream that we want to reach somewhere. So thank you so much for hosting me.
Thank you so much.